Okay, so we're talking today about Adobe Spark, which you can use with your students. It does not require a logon. Well, it requires them to log on, but they can log in with Google, so it's not asking for a verification response. So there are 3 different Adobe Sparks that you can do. We're going to do 2. We're going to do a post, we're going to do page, we're not going to do video, because video can take like an hour and a half, just with all the stuff that we can do. But you can play in it, and then if you want to talk, we can talk. But if you would go to a new website called spark.adobe.com, so you're just going to open up a new tab. Oh, yeah, you can close that. So spark.adobe.com. This is a Spark. This is a Spark post that I did in about 4 minutes. The biggest thing that took all the time was deciding my font and my colors. So you can see I'm not logged in as anybody, but here's one that I did. Like, these are all the ones that I have done. So is anybody not here?
Do you want us to log in?
Nope, don't have to log in.
Start now for free?
Start now for free. Okay. Yep, or just create. There should be a blue create button.
Sign up for free.
Yep, log in with Gmail or with Google. And then, yep, choose an account, and then it should plop you back into Adobe Spark. Oh, you have to do your. They just want to make sure you're over the age of 13. That's their big thing. So, Robin, where did you go?
I'm just continue. Oh no, I clicked. I would like to receive.
It's okay. Oh, you can go back in and unchoose it. But basically, you should be at roughly this kind of a page, or you have 3 buttons that you can choose from, which, Robin, I think is what you have. We're going to go to post first. So, and check this unless you want to get there. Email. That's what she forgot. That's something else. And then we're going to click on the post plus sign. Okay, so once you click on the post plus sign, they have some layouts that you can choose from, some templates. They have them broken down by topics. We've got business and school, featured, food, and so forth. We're going to go right from scratch. So at the very top, just click on the button that says Start from Scratch. It's going to ask for, what do you want to say? And since Christmas is coming up, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, I believe in Santa, choose something. I'm going to go with the generic Merry Christmas. Once you get that typed in, click on the green Continue button. Oh, wait, sorry. You can change it later if you already did it. Down here, it's talking about graphic sizes. So it kind of defaults to Instagram, but you could do a Facebook, a Twitter, a post, a slide, and then there's more. But again, you can change it once you're in it. So I'm just going to leave it on Instagram, and I'm going to click on the green Continue button. You can dream it, you can spark it. And it comes up with this very generic kind of a background. So there's some buttons here. These tasks over here will change. We're going to concentrate on these buttons up here. So I'm going to click on Design. And it says, okay, what do you want? This is what we have right now. I can do a brand, or I can choose any one of these layouts. So kind of scroll through and just find a layout over here to use for now. I'm going to go with this circle one. And so what it does, once I choose one, it basically puts the text, in this case the black circle with the words, my words inside instead of good morning. It's got Merry Christmas. And once you're there, once you've chosen one, I'm going to click on Done because I've chosen one. When you're ready, go ahead and click on Done. I'm going to then go up again at the top right-hand corner to Layout. And I can change if I want. I can have a banner going vertical, going horizontal. I can have a box. You don't have to change anything if you don't want to. You can do 2 side by side. So it gives you a plethora of layouts that you could do. So maybe you're having the kids, I don't know, do a choice grid. You could put something in each one of these. I'm going to leave my layout the way it is. I'm going to click on Palette though. This is where you can change your colors if you want. Now, my colors are going to I shouldn't say that. I should choose my colors based on the picture in my background. I'm not real thrilled with this background. It's not very Christmassy. So before I play too much in palette, I'm going to click on the background. It gives me some filters. I'm still not thrilled with this picture though. So I'm going to come over here to replace. When I click on replace, it tells me I can choose a picture from any one of these. Maybe I have something on my desktop, or I can find free photos. You use Adobe stock photos. So I'm going to look for a free photo. I'm going to say Christmas. Go ahead and click on photo. This little button here. Yep. And then click on free photos. And then I type in Christmas here. All free. Yes, the whole thing is free.
I like how they have their little logo in the bottom corner. Does that like help cover your bases if you use it for anything?
Mm-hmm. I have not paid for my Adobe Spark, and I've got a number of things in here. So I'm going to choose one of these. Oh heck. What do I want? Because my words are going to take up the middle, so I want to choose something that it's not going to matter. Like if I choose Santa Claus, his whole belly might be, I might not even get his face. But it's, so I clicked on it, and see, I've lost his face. So I can go back to replace, and when I click on the replace button over here for the photo, it brought me right back to where I had been. So I'll just choose this lovely tree. It's sort of in there. So I chose a second picture. I can again choose any one of these filters that I want or not. I can play around with the colors if I want or not. So I'm good with the way it is. I'm going to click on my palette again, and so I can change the background. So right now my background is this gold. If I come down here, now it's red. Or maybe I want to choose this one, but I want the background here to be green. Right now it's white. Notice these like flip-flop. I can flip it and change some of the colors based on what I click on. So I'm going to go back to it being green. And I can say Merry Christmas. So we've looked at the design, we've looked at the layout, the palette, and the background. It's like 9/10 of what is in here. Did you choose text?
Yeah, just messing with the color.
Okay.
So I can see it.
So some of your problem right now is the text font. So if we come up again in the upper right-hand corner to text, we can change the shape, change the color, change the font. So I can change the font this way if I want, and they kind of categorize. There's loud fonts, there's classic fonts, and there's clean fonts, and so forth. I'm going to click on cancel right now. Watch this. See this lovely little button up here? If I scroll around, it will change and give me a preview. And if I keep going, it will keep changing. So notice it gives me like a stitching kind of a thing. And it changes the shape for me. So you can try out different layouts, or I can go back to roughly where I had been if I liked what I had. And maybe I want to just change the color. Maybe I just don't like this coloring at all. Maybe I like that better. Or you could do your own colors. You can play again with any of this. The shape, the opacity, the spacing, the alignment, the font, the color. Like I said, real quick overview. Do you have any questions about Adobe Spark Post? If I wanted to...
And what do you do with it? Like, what?
So if I'm ready to, like I want to
Share
this or post it in Google Classroom or something, I just download it. And it downloads it as a JPEG. So I can then double click on my download, maybe. Okay, it's not opening it up. That was my other one. So it just has it as a JPEG, and I can then post it into a presentation, into Google Classroom, into just about anywhere that you want. The other one that I like, so I'm just going to highlight my link up here. I'm just going to go back to spark.adobe.com. I'm going to hit the Enter key again. Even though we were just in the one, it saves it automatically. You can always go back and change it if you want, and here it is, right here, so I can edit it if I want. The other one I wanted to look at kind of quickly is if you go back to that plus sign at the top, I want to look at page. I'm going to be showing my personal finance kids this tomorrow as an alternative to PowerPoint keynote, slides, Powtoons, you know, whatever. So I'm going to click on the page, and it's like making a website. So I want to add a title. I'm going to Merry Christmas again. My subtitle. Oh, Lee Smith. At the very bottom of the screen is a plus sign. If I click on the plus sign, it's going to ask me for a photo. This background behind my Merry Christmas is kind of boring with the gray, so I'm going to click on photo. Again, I can go out and find a free photo. I can upload a photo. So I'm going to search for a free photo for Christmas. I'll choose this one with the holly. Ooh, doesn't that look Christmassy? So if you click on the top plus sign, it'll then ask for photos. Click in here and look for a free photo. That way the kids don't have to worry about copyright and, you know, all that. So if I scroll down now, just below my header picture is another plus sign. If I click on that plus sign, it's now asking me for a photo. It's asking me for text. I can add a button. I can insert a video. I can do a photo grid, or I can do a slide show. So I'm going to do...
Is it slideshow, like I wanted to make it like PowerPoint kind of thing?
I'll show you in a second. So you can add a photo. I'm going to do a photo grid only because I have a number of photos already saved. So I can add my photos. Whoops. So if I wanted to, instead of using one of theirs, I can upload, or I could have just clicked on here and it says, okay, where do you want to find these pictures? So I've got a bunch of pictures I kind of dumped in here. And you know, if you just hit the space bar on your keyboard, it will enlarge the pictures without actually opening them. Okay, that's great. So it says, okay, there's a photo. I'm going to upload another photo because it's kind of in a grid. And I should be able to, I just want to make sure I don't get the same one. Let's see what this does. I've got a bunch of them in here, 10 pictures. And it puts all the pictures in here in a grid, different sizes. I can move it around. So I just, I don't know if you can see this.
That picture, see, great thing.
This one?
Yes.
Thank you. You know how you get a dog to look at a Christmas tree branch like that? Put a dog biscuit on the branch. So these are all my pictures. So if I'm happy, I can click on Save. And they're all in here now. And then I'm going to click on the plus sign. I want to show you one more. And I'm going to insert a video, which I already have open. I'm going to copy this video and come back here. I'm going to paste it in here. I'm going to save it. Now watch. So I don't have to save it because it automatically saves as we go, kind of like Google does. Up here is this preview button. I'm going to click on preview. I didn't add a caption. I should have added some captions. But here's my Adobe page. It's just like a web page. So there's my picture. As I scroll down, it moves everything. And I keep scrolling, and here's my video. My video will play right here. Christmas scape on your dining room table. I'm going to click on the X up here in the upper right hand corner to get out of the video. So I can come back here, and if I click on a picture, it blows it up for me. And I can use my arrow keys to scroll through the different pictures. And then if I want to go back and edit this, I click on the X up here, and I can then add, maybe I want to add some text. Now, because this is free, I'm limited as to what I can do. If I wanted to change the colors, I have to upgrade. The heading 2 will be that size, heading 1 will be that size, and it will center it. So again, I could go back out and preview it, and it'll just add that down at the bottom. So anywhere the kids want to add text, they can. Now for the glide show, if I click on glide show, there's a little tutorial here. This is how it works. So you can create a glide show. You add your pictures, the kids add text, just like we've kind of been doing, and you can choose your sizes. And then as you scroll through, the pictures are in the background, the text comes up, and as the text disappears, the next picture kind of shows up, and you can move things around. And again, this is all free. Glide show. So once you have that, you embed it into your page, and it's like a page within a page kind of a thing. But again, it's all free. So go play. Yeah, it gives it a very slick look. Yeah, but it's all for free. You can do it for your kids to present stuff to the kids. You could have your kids do it for presentations or for, graphics or whatever. From just a PowerPoint. Mm-hmm. But I think it's easy enough that, like, if at some point you sit down and just play with it a little bit, you could present this to your kids, no problem. If you want me to come in, present it for you, that is a possibility too. But it's not difficult to show somebody how to do this. I've shown you this for about 12 to 15 minutes. All the things that we can do. The third mode within Adobe Spark, the video, you can just say to the kids, hey, there's also this video that you can do, and let them try to figure it out. It gives them yet another alternative to iMovie. And it kind of is this same drag and drop and go play and record. And okay. Well, this is an alternative.
This is awesome.
For
Thank
online.
you.
You're welcome.
This is so fun.
That's all I need, though. More ideas. But
That's my
fun.
job,
I
is
love
to
how
give you
it looks, though.
options.
It looks so much more polished and it's pretty.
Yeah.
It'd be more fun for me to look at their stuff
Their
that
stuff.
looks like that. too.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Did you put them on? No, just the few that I had.
You
We're
got
gonna make a page of wedding photos.
Oh, nice.
Because we just got them back from the photographer, so I can add them in. And then I could do that instead of a book. Although
Yeah.
that doesn't really work too well.
If you create a link, I don't know if it's going to ask you to pay for it or not. It should just give you the URL that you could mail to a bunch of people, or in your Christmas cards, right? The URL. No, play with it. Play with it, and then let me know if it gives you a URL.
So cool, it's really pretty. I love the graphics.
Yep, I think they've done a good job.
You seriously will see this
With
start
all
showing
this.
up all
Yes.
around it.
Yes.